Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we have a Cooke's Countercharge public match for you. It's great, big, and open. It should be exciting to see how the pub officers can maneuver their men. Thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description, and you can get videos before everyone else. On top of that, if we want to advertise your regiment on the BLN videos, you can do that on the Patreon as well. So, announcing with me today, we have Sevi.
Hello, I'm Sevi. He's 6'9" New York.
Huzzah to that. Fa Abdullah. So Cooke's Countercharge. You're a more Union player, so how does Union defend this map? It's a very hard one.
Yeah, I would say, although this is one of the hardest Union maps, it is one of my favorite. I think that it is among like the highest highs and lowest lows in war rights. They have both, for me at least, been received on Cooke's Countercharge. It's just when you are able to win this map as a Union commander, it is such a high. It is proof beyond a reasonable doubt that you played better than the enemy. What you see here, though, is them doing stupidness, dumb things, and they're not going to win. I'm calling it now, less than a minute into the fighting. Yankees are going to lose this, probably by at least a ticket stage. Why are they defending? Here's a huge pet peeve of mine. People saying, oh, I'm going to roll back the guns and use them later. No, you're not. Okay? You're not. You're not going to roll back. You're not going to, there's like an 85%, 90%, 85-90% chance you're not even going to get there. And even if you do get the guns back, you're going to lose all these tickets. What you see right now is the Confederates are capitalizing on this Union retardation, and they're advancing upon the Yankees.
So
if people are familiar, sorry.
Yeah, no. So briefly before the combat starts happening here, 240-man server, about dead even. I mean, Union has 8 men on artillery here, so that is what we were briefly going through. Anyways, continue.
Yeah. Well, we also see some pretty good commanders. I've seen Tater around for the 15th Wisconsin. I know of him. Too Dope. I'm not familiar with that guy. 53rd PA guy. I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't
So yeah, Confederates have.
John Brown's Body Pillow. He did pretty well in that. It's 20th New York Halo, and I'm familiar with that person.
Got Oil Man as well. That's a heck of a name.
I don't know that guy.
But we were just watching the Burnsides match, and the Confederates is defending had some of the worst organization. And oh my goodness, look at the Confederates now.
Yeah, let's see how they do. Well, I think what you see is that each company commander is doing an okay job at keeping the companies together, but they're not moving together at all, which it can be excused a lot more in a tag map, especially in a public round. Again, though, I don't see why the Confederates didn't attack this Union group pushing back the cannons. Those are easy out of line, easy skirmishings. Maybe they're going to they're going to let them get the cannons at 40 yards back and then do it. Well, I do see right here, I think this is Collins over here, charging in his rebels from the east onto the hill. He's stopping early. Then he's letting them charge fast.
No, he wants to save his pistol shots.
Oh. Yeah, can't blame him. I don't think he goes to the mat though. I think he should have the mat. He's a high enough level. He does have it. Okay, there you go. They're holding the rocks, which is smart.
Pay to win gun. Pay to win gun.
You can't pay to win it. You got to play to win.
Play to win. Oh,
there's no way to pay to.
They're missing some of these Union guys. These Union artillerymen. Oh, there you go.
They'll get him later. They'll get him sooner or later. And the smart thing to do here would actually be to stand around 20 yards away from those caissons. Again, I'm not talking about the limber chests. I'm talking about the actual caissons, because that's where they spawn. So if you're far enough away, they'll just keep spawning there. And this is a public match, so they'll just spawn there and die, and spawn there and die, and they will not care. What you do see here is the Union groups are pretty okay. What are they doing? Why did they go over the hill?
No, so they went over the hill because they started shooting the Confederates who were charging the artillery. They did not see the Confederates on the corn, and now they realized, but their officers both got shot, and so now they're just staying there.
Oh. Yeah, they should be, this front regiment should be back where the other regiment is, over the other side of the hill, using the hill as cover, but shooting over it. I guess in the heat of battle, things can happen. You do see pretty even ticket loss so far in the first 5 minutes, but that is to be expected. You'll see that ramp up in the Unions against the Union quite soon. You see one Confederate group going really far to the north, and they're now starting to more towards point, but they're kind of moving slowly and being methodical. And you see one Union group pulling really far back to the east. So you got, you kind of see both regiments, both teams have 3 regiments actually fighting towards this hill, and then 2 regiments kind of in the periphery. Union are now falling back with 2 of their regiments.
Yeah.
They're only having 1 regiment hold front still. and now
So,
they're also falling back.
so I have a question, Sevi. So there's been a little debate, at least what I've seen in the War of Rights Discord. So you see the Confederates, they when you go over the map, they're very disorganized. Some people talk about like hell let loose type thing where there's like a minute or two barrier on the spawns where you can't leave, forcing the officers to like talk. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I know what you mean. Uh,
Because
I think
currently, right?
organization is part of the game. I think being able to
Like this right
quickly
now.
organize an
Move
attack,
outside.
organize defense with other people, communication and organization are part of the game. So I think it would just slow down the pacing. I think part of the skill barrier, part of getting good, is being able to talk to the other officers and being, hey man, let's do this. No, you don't do that. Okay, well, how about we do this instead? And being able to get that done fast while the rest of the guys are getting loads and bayonets. If your strategy, especially in a public game, takes more than 25 seconds, the time for a reload and bayonet, it's probably a bad strategy. It's probably too complicated. People won't follow you. People will walk away from you. Your strategy should be quick and simple. Hey, if you're playing defensive, hey, I'm taking the left. You won't take the right. All right, that sounds good. Hey, yada yada. If you're attacking, hey, how about we all go through the cornfield? Oh, you want to go that way? Okay, let's three go. You know what I mean? It should be very fast. So when people are like, oh, I want an extra minute or 3 minutes before the game starts to sit there and, you can't fight. You just gotta wait. It's like, I disagree. I think that they should. Communication is part of the game. Right now, you see this giant Union group shooting like 5 rebels over there, and what are they? Again, they're holding over the hill. I don't see why they're not using the hill as cover. If they backed up like 15 yards, they would be a much harder shot to hit by the rebels. That
look at
is
the
a
hay
saving
bales.
grace. Oh,
The Confederates
what
are
is
pushing
happening?
this way, and the Union's somewhat reacting. As a side note, with what Sevi was talking about a moment ago, if you're looking over this map, you're like, it looks like a pretty flat map, but when you go down to the ground level, it is hilly enough to where you can just hide your whole body in a defilade, rise up shoot. But anyways, back to the hay bales. This is
Well, I mean, I do think that there's a quote there. I hate to bring us back out of that, but I forgot where. I think it was Gettysburg, where specifically Longstreet was talking about it. How he said with a hill that's 6 feet tall, you can hide an entire division. If you have a ridge line that is you really only need it to be like a ridge of 10 feet or so, and you can get guys on horses behind that thing, and the other people on the other side of the hill can't tell. But the big thing is just being able to peek your head over it. What you see over here on the left here with the Union and the Confederates, I don't hate the Union officer strategy here, because it is kind of, it's okay. My question to them would be, why are you holding on the front fence and not the fence behind it? It would obscure you more and give you slightly better, protection. And second question for them would be, if you're going to be this far back, why not go to the graveyard anyways?
good aim. Yeah,
Already
and more
right there.
Union pushing
The
in.
Yankees are charging. John
All
Brown's
of-
body pillow is charging his regiment, going in piecemeal. They're all in skirmishing, probably out of liners in there too. If the Union weren't that bad on tickets, they're gonna be. Look at that. So look at those tickets. Just within like the last 40 seconds before we even started talking, the Union went from about even to now they're around a quarter of a stage down on tickets, which is huge. And now the other Yankees are attacking. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Why? You don't need. Believe it or not, the point isn't on these hay bales. The hay bales is a very enticing target, but it's not a very good one.
It's like a Progress Mill. The mill is not the point of contention.
Yeah, exactly. What we do see here, though, is that the Union do definitely have the numerical advantage, and the Confederates aren't being very smart. A lot of their guys are just kind of like walking around in circles instead of loading and shooting, or getting beyond cover. So I do think the Yankees will win this, unless Confederates, or what are they doing now? Now that they stopped advancing, now they're shooting. Again, though, when you're a Union commander like this in a public match, you gotta keep in mind, if you go within 20 yards of the enemy, your guys will walk at them. You can't do this as a defender. You see all of these Yankees just walking away, and now they're charging with them, like the officers charging themselves. That's not it. It's obviously it's a hard map to play, but you can still you can still learn messages and lessons out of this. I think they are going to win this melee, but it's not worth it at all. It doesn't matter, even if they close up the ticket gap. Being this low on tickets in this part of the game is, yeah. Even if they were able to close it up and make it completely even right now, it would not be worth it for them. To be engaged and even a good chunk of the way through engaged, not that much, but it's a noticeable amount. Within 10 minutes of the round starting, is no bueno.
Oh, there goes the guy. So
Rebels are probably gonna hit engage with his last 2 Rambos dying, I imagine.
yeah. Rest of the Confederate team, they're starting to chug it across the field here.
Yeah, and you can see some Yankee respawns coming in behind the Rebels, so you kind of see like a sandwich here, where on both ends of the map are Yankees and there's Rebels in the middle.
I mean, these Rebels will probably lose the. They're gonna lose this encounter.
An out-of-line Rebel flag bearer just brought this team down to engaged. Yeah, these Rebels are. If they were smart, they would hold that little bush thing right there. The bush makes a very good cover.
Or they would go attack the guys that spawn. Yeah, they should just focus on the Union respawns.
Why are they doing this? They went instead of going in the covered bush where they're really well concealed and it's really hard to see the silhouette. They went outside the bush and are now turning around. I don't know. The Confederates are not doing themselves any favors. But again, this is like the thing that we were talking about in that.
Look at the tickets. Look at the ticket percentages. Yeah. Union's way down.
Also,
sell.
Remember earlier I was talking about how Union artillerists would keep just spawning and dying out of line over and over for the whole game? Guess what they're doing right now? They're spawning in and instantly getting capped by Rebels and then doing it over and over again because they're fucking stupid. Yeah. And again, there are people who will say shit like, why, you don't gotta take it seriously, man. Like, we've already lost it. Like, as if them doing that didn't cost it, you know?
Right.
It's a, people, I don't want to over-exaggerate too much, but there's a very high proportion of people playing the game in public rounds who don't necessarily want to win. They're not trying to win the round. They're fucking around, and you can't always blame them for that. But when we're over here in the over-the-view spectating view, I'm trying to give the competitive analysis. So I hope it doesn't come across as too harsh. Because I'm guilty of it too. When I'm playing pubs, I'll be honest, I Rambo.
I think in the past year, every time I hop on War of Rights to actually play the game and not spectate, which is very few times, I will hop on a server, I will Rambo for like 5 minutes, and then hop off.
Yeah, that's a lot of people playing War of Rights. But if it weren't for events, the thing about it is like the pubbing became harder when they added more officers. Having 4 officers instead of 2 just makes it so much more difficult to like will myself to be an officer because I gotta talk to all these people. And like I was saying, that's part of the game. That's one of your challenges. Again, though, what are the Yankees doing here? They ordered a. Oh, never mind. Okay, I thought those were Rebels.
It's also harder to create an effective plan with 4 people in charge compared to only 2.
Yeah. When I still do play pubs, it's at 3 o'clock in the morning when the only other officers are level 10 or lower. So I just tell them what to do and they listen to me. So that's my ideal pub. I really liked it back in the day. Back in the day when it was just 2 officers. I'll be honest. I had this tactic where I just wouldn't refer to the other officer by their name. I was like, hey, other officer, we're going right. And then they wouldn't disagree with me because I said it louder than they could talk. So they would just do it anyways.
So take some lessons here if you want a pub officer. Just yell over the other officers and they'll listen to you.
I'm not going to say that calling your other officer by the name Company B officer is a good idea, but I will say it works. We see here. The Yankees are holding a position.
The fence line or the guys running out.
Oil man. The position oil man is holding this little concave.
Oh, that was a good volley. Sorry.
The position oil man is holding, where he has a perfect head defilade. But again, a bunch of guys just walking in front of his line instead of. That's another big pet peeve of mine. If your officer tells you to stop and you don't think you see him, just trust him. Okay, just trust him that you're going to work and aim for the grass. Because you saw like 4 different Yankees walk in front of their teammates, and they're blocking a shot each. So what are you doing? If your officer was able to see him where you're standing, and you can't, just trust him and aim for the grass. That's whatever.
So, in the meantime, Confederates have had a while to now respawn, and they look a little disorganized, but they look like they have 2 groups or 3. Bad. It's not bad. All the Confederates are going to one side.
Yeah. You definitely see here where you got groups, and they're trying to coordinate, but you have some lingerers, some stragglers, and that's more forgivable as an attacker, because you gotta advance. I don't like the firing and retreating over here on the right side. Why are you doing that? Why would you do that? Just stay out there. Yeah, that's another big pet peeve of mine. Firing retreating doesn't work. Yankees retreating back to the stone wall now.
Some of them are, some of them aren't. Why aren't all of them doing that?
Dude, what is he doing? Okay, I think the Yankees have given up. By the way, the Stonewall they're retreating to is ahistorical. If you actually go to the Antietam battlefield, which I have, there's a plaque right by the entrance that tells you about the actual Mama Cemetery, and it will tell you right there that the Stonewall was built in the 1880s, well after the Civil War. In this time period, yeah.
So did they put it in the game for balancing purposes?
No, they put it in the game because it's there in real life right now.
Right.
And I'm willing to bet they didn't read the plaque. So when they actually went to the battlefield to like make the game, I don't think they read that plaque, which they should have, but it's not there.
How dare they not read every little inscription?
Yeah, I can't blame them at all.
I mean,
honestly,
no,
the
like
place in the world it's written down. You know what I mean?
yeah, but I mean, the Stonewall has been very nice for at least balancing on the map. I will say. I mean, I don't think Union could win this game without that Stonewall.
I do remember back in like 2020, one of the first times I was able to win Cooke's Countercharge in an event as Union. It was
Dude, that was
IVB versus IX. I don't know if it was IX still or if it was just North New York. You recorded it.
Yeah,
like,
no, I still have the recording.
Yeah, dude.
What is,
for anybody
look at the rest of the Union. Look at the rest.
Yeah, what the fuck are they doing? They're, I mean, again, from a strategic perspective, this sucks. From a we're just having fun perspective, I guess why not?
Yeah.
For people who haven't seen that video though, it lasted an hour and 12 minutes.
Yep.
Because we were holding the Stonewall, 9th Corps would cap the point, and then retreat back to the fence to the south, and then let us recap it, and then we'd run back to our Stonewall, and that just kept going until we won.
Yeah, the Confederates were playing very passive. They just let us come retake the point, and then we just run back, and they wouldn't contest us. Yeah. And that was I remember we sang "Happy Birthday" to someone. It was great.
Yeah, it was somebody's birthday. I remember. Yeah.
I have in a fail reel. So I tried something today. So for my personal channel, it's Asgardian Eagle. I have some War of Rights compilations on there. But I had a main channel that I posted the main videos. And back in the day, shorts and videos weren't separated like they are today. And so I made a second channel called Asgardian Eagle Shorts, and I uploaded all the shorts on there. But because they now separated them, what I did today is I took down the shorts channel and uploaded like 100 shorts on my main channel at the same time just to see what would happen. Only like 8 of them got views. The rest of them got no views. So it was just kind of interesting that happens. Because I was always told when you upload videos that if you upload a lot of videos on the same day that they just won't do well. Maybe upload like 2 or 3 at max a day. And I guess that's true.
You see Yankees doing really weird stuff right now.
I've never seen that.
Obscenely far.
I didn't realize you can go back that far.
I didn't know. I have seen this before, but not used in a real event. This is like weird. Okay, he's trying to. I really hate it when people are like, "Oh, you gotta aim for the chest." Like, no, belt buckle, dude. You're 80, maybe 100 yards away max. And that's generous.
Oh, they hit him.
Wow, they hit somebody. Wow.
I know.
Yeah, no, it's This is one of those scenarios where, you know, a year ago I would have said Rebels should just cap and risk it anyways because they're not going to lose this position they're holding. Yeah, exactly. I mean, nowadays it's like, yeah, whatever. Just.
Sorry, I was kind of arguing with you when you were obviously going to say that.
Oh yeah.
Some of the Union's holding on the very far left on the snake fence, which is also interesting. I remember one time, so this Union on the snake fence on their far left, right to their left, there is the white kind of fence-looking thing. I remember one time the leading people were like, "Hey, we should just hide behind this and see what happens."
I remember that, dude.
The whole team. That did not work. It did not work.
Yeah, because that fence doesn't stop bullets, I don't think. Any bullets.
I think they just capped right away, too. And we're like, well, we gotta leave.
Yeah. That's the thing is that early capping, while I wouldn't recommend this necessarily right here, it works more than people think it does. One thing that's peeving me off about the Rebels right now is they have guys on the Yankee artillery when if they were 5 feet off it, they could be farming it for kills.
I mean, does Union have guys on artillery?
Well, yeah, no, because they're holding in the spawn zone, the Yankees can't spawn an artillery, so they've all gotten off.
So this round's turned very slow.
Yeah.
Very slow indeed.
You know, again, this is one of those maps though where I really dislike it how people don't want to try. because trying and winning on this map is
I mean,
some
Union's
of the most fun
trying.
you'll have in Warblades. No, they're not. Dude,
I-
you
they-
with the artillery and pushing and charging and this shit, like.
I mean, yeah, up to this point, but like what they're doing now is not necessarily a bad idea. They're probably still going to lose, but their early strategy definitely made it so they couldn't win, or at least probably won't win.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah. I
Like
don't know why
what they're
those-
doing right now, I think is a good reaction to what's been going on, but
Yeah, but it can't win though. And
right.
again, if that was Rebels, like, I don't know. I don't know why they have so many guys so far away. Like, why are those Rebels, the group under Tater, so far away from the Yankees? Why aren't they on like the next hill front? You know, if you look to your right, really far right of the map, like they should be in the next hill front. I don't know why they're that far back.
Yeah.
What they should be trying to do is box in the Yankees
Wait.
where they are, and then they should be
Oh.
one more hill forward.
I wonder if some of some of those rebels from the close to Union spawn are falling
cap-
back on the point they're capping. That's not.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't hate it. But
I
again,
don't hate it
though,
either.
Tater's group needs to advance. All that they're
100%.
all they're doing right now is letting the Yankees have this avenue to get back up, get in the bushes, get in the hay bales, be able to swing around that hill, and recap it from there. It's very hard to recap as Union on this map, but one of the most successful routes is the southeast route, going to the right, the Union left though, around the or through the hay bales, around the hill, around the bushes, on a point from the side. That I wouldn't say usually, but it works better in my memory. Other
And
methods of recap just kind of hope that you win melee.
And speaking of that Union from the graveyard, half of them are starting to move very spread out, but they are starting to move that way. 7 minutes. If the CSA hold it for that long, they win the game. If not, Union will go up to the percentage of tickets that the Confederates at, assuming they're still below, which I have no reason to believe they will get above them.
Yeah. I think all the Yankees are going left here, which is definitely a good move. The only chance they have of winning here would be of wiping one or two groups, and then capping the point back, getting a few tickets back, and then falling back out. The reason I think that they might have success in that is that the Confederates are relatively spread out. They could be closer, they could be further away, so I'm not going to hold it against them. But time will tell if this is close enough or too far. You can see Yankees over here, instead of going safe route far left, they're going over the open field in front of the Rebels.
Oh, yeah, no, they shifted down. Smart play by the Rebels. They're doing what the Taters guys should be doing.
I understand, yeah, Tater's group should have been up there, or at least in the hay bales and the things beyond. I don't see why Tater's so far back right now. This is definitely not helping his team. Well, okay, it's not the worst, but he should be further up. He should be at least in those bushes, in one of those two sets of bushes.
Because if
People
anything,
underestimate how good bushes are, yeah?
yeah, I mean, the Confederates are very susceptible. Oh my goodness, English, but defeat in detail could very well happen right now. But I don't know how well organized the Union is, and if they're gonna think of that.
The route to Union victory right now is all the Yankees right now here charging the group, not Tater's group, but the other one, and then going to point. Tater would be too far away to help him at that point. Not Tater is with another officer, there's two over here, so it's not just Tater. Tater and Collins. I don't know why they're holding that far back. But instead of charging out this...
Their lines faced away from the Union. Confederates falling back from the front too.
Okay, this isn't that bad. Confederates are... I don't hate that because now they're consolidating.
Right.
They're getting together. They won't allow themselves to be wiped. I don't love Tater advancing on the Yankees right now.
What is he
defending?
Why is the Union?
Why did the Union advance to shoot? Like,
wait.
What?
Union's
the commander are... Yeah, what?
No, you go.
I was saying that Shane Walt took the hay bales and started shooting,
Right.
which I think is not at all what they need. They have 4 minutes. Now the other ones, John Brown's body pillow, and the other ones are now advancing and shooting. Why? I would ask. What is your goal? Your goal should be getting on the point of contention within the next 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Not standing back here and shooting them. Why? Another big thing to remember is, as a defender, you go up to the percentage the Confederates still have left when you recap the point. So why would you be lowering their tickets right now by shooting their out-of-liners? If anything, as a Union right now, you want the Confederates to have the most tickets possible by the time you recap the point. So it's... And again, another one of those big issues you see with advancing, shooting, advancing, is when the officers move forward, it's a public round. They're going to cause these giant strung out
Here comes
lines.
Union.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know how to turn off the field of view thing on the like on this? What? Oh, never mind. It's cute. Never mind. I found it. So what you saw there was that the rebels didn't really take advantage of that. But that's another thing is that when you're in these rounds, you got to keep in mind you have to give your orders like 30 seconds in advance when you're a public officer, because you need to be like, okay guys, you know, cancel loads, or move it, you know. If you don't do that, they're not going to cancel loads, and you're going to have 10 guys that don't advance with you, you know. It's repetitive for everybody else in the thing, but it's...
Whoa. What does Union do? They're charging the CSA.
Why? The point isn't on that hill. What are they doing? Lowering everybody's tickets? Are they trying to go for a last ambush, a last overtime? That'd be... I doubt it.
No, that's not
they got evaporated.
common knowledge. That's not common. Well, it might be common knowledge, but I don't know if people understand it. It's not... Oh, more Union now charging in, while the rest of the Union takes point.
Okay, I guess if that was like a little forlorn hope, but that was kind of retarded of the Yankees. They got... I don't know what regiment that was. I didn't see the officer before he died. I imagine John Brown's body pillow, because the rest...
You really like saying that name.
He's the highest level guy I'd see on there, so I imagine that it's... No, he's not actually. Mr. Sean Walt is higher. Anyways, I've seen him before. Yankees are now on point. They have 3 flags in line, at least. I don't know what the flag is. Maybe it's in there too. It is 4. They were next to each other. Rebels are letting them recapture, getting almost a whole stage back. Again, I asked the Rebels why. Letting the Yankees get like 90% of a stage back. I do get though that while the Yankees retreat, they're going to lose a bunch of out of lines and skirmishings. So you're going to get a bit. You know, it's not going to be as good as it seems. They're shooting before. Like, I don't know. The Rebels are still definitely going to win this, but now even tickets, 23 minutes, like 20 minutes taking losses. 23, like, if you want to win a defensive map, you shouldn't have taken losses before like the 18-minute mark, or give or take.
Right.
A good benchmark is a 30-minute engaged, like a 20-minute to 18-minute-ish taking losses, and like a 7-minute breaking. If you're on about that par, you're probably good. This is like, I don't know, again, the 22 minutes. A lot of people think, you know, like, oh, positive trigger it's good. Not necessarily. If you're the attackers, you can afford to lose tickets. You can afford to be down on tickets, even proportionally. Why? Because breaking doesn't matter for attackers. You know? What? Do you hear something?
Blah 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 blah. Why? That's funny.
Oh,
I love that.
Okay,
I love
I'm sorry.
That. No. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Making fun of my mannerisms.
Maybe. Perhaps.
Okay.
Perhaps.
My hips.
I got told that in a message the other day.
Hey, you always say apart instead of a part, okay?
Come on, boys.
With the space and no space?
Yeah, you always say it the wrong way around.
What is it? A part? Like...
No. You try to say like you're a member of something, you are a part of it, but you're a part of it, like you're separate from. You always do that.
Oh, so without a space is separate.
Oh yeah, the word apart means separate, yes.
But if there's a space part, it's together.
I didn't think you had to be told this.
Well, I am not in English. My English is not the greatest.
Fair enough. You are from the most ungodly state in the union, so I can't blame you.
Okay, buddy, it's not Ohio, so.
Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is a good example to show you what I was talking about earlier. You can see where now it's there's been very minimal engagement since the Yankees recapture point, but the Rebels have lost almost nothing, and the Yankees lost around maybe a tenth, maybe a little more than that of a stage.
Confederates might cap by accident.
Dude, that'd be hilarious right now. If I was a Union commander, I would want the Confederates to cap. You're pushing them out of last stand, do the last stand over. Like,
I don't know if they could pull that, but.
I don't think they could, but if I was playing this would be my.
Right.
I'd be coming in the pants.
So Union's pushing out of the graveyard. So wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Pushing out?
So
why?
Yeah. No, it's okay. Back to the.
Seems to be throwing.
The apart thing. Why would you have a space part? Why would that be separate? But that's considered together. And then the word that's together with no space is apart.
Two words. Because the word part and the indefinite article a, that is saying that is a part. That is a, you know, it is a section of, a piece of. While apart is a word that means separate from. I really dislike the crouching for the reload, so you can still see their heads.
Oh my goodness. Dude, okay, so the Grand Campaign match today, Pie House, right? CSA bias map. The whole game, it was a shooting contest for most of it. Union was keeping up with Confederates the whole time. And when you looked at the Confederates throughout the battle and the end game report, Confederates had the same amount as information and skirmishing deaths.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
That's ludicrous.
Yep, the Confederates were
Was it
crouching.
because skirmishing?
No, they were crouching the whole game. It was really bad.
Your crouching isn't good in this game, guys. You should need. Even these Yankees here, just move left. If you look to the left of the Yankees, the Stonewall gets taller. They can just be standing up over there. To the Yankees left.
Right.
It gets taller.
But you could
So
still
the-
hop over it.
Yeah. It gets like 7 feet tall, but you can just like walk over it like it's nothing. I think that this forward group on the Union left,
This is the most intense game I've played.
the 52nd New York A, they're getting advanced upon slowly by Rambos, which would be bad if the Rebels were defending here, but it's really good for them. Rambo over here is able to get a few kills, a few tickets that the Yankees cannot afford. Again, like I was saying earlier, the Rebels hitting breaking does not matter. The Rebels only see negative stuff at final push. The Yankees hitting breaking is so bad. What that essentially means is that the last whole quarter,
That was so cool.
that was a sexy volley. That was a sexy volley.
Both sides volleyed at the same time.
Fuck those assholes.
That was sexy.
Why did... Okay. The Union should just be hiding behind the stone wall. They shouldn't even be shooting at the Confederates.
Yeah, you kind of got it though. If you, as the Union commanders, if you were telling your guys not to shoot, you'll get people to walk away from the line.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh,
That's true.
The 53rd Pennsylvania under column is now advanced upon 52nd New York Company A. Killing a lot. I can't tell if he'll break or not at the moment.
I don't think so.
I'd be surprised if the Yankees are breaking here, but they're all walking out of line, so maybe they'll surprise me.
I was just going to say, the Union group took a volley down the people, down the straight fence, got a flanking shot, and they got some good hits. But
again, who cares? Like, as the Yankees, like you were saying a minute ago, getting kills doesn't matter here. It doesn't matter that the Yankees probably closed up with a ticket gap there. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. The Yankees could be a full ticket stage, or no, all the way around. The Rebels could be a full ticket stage down right now, and they would still be winning in my book. Why? I did that again, didn't I?
No. I was gonna say that. I apologize for what people say in game. Anyways.
Oh, did they say some slurs?
Anyways, continue.
Oh yeah, brother. Anyways, the Rebels receive no downsides for their morale stage until they hit final push. The Yankees are about to hit the negative stuff for their morale stage. So the Rebels, and then they hit final push. So the Rebels, that is.
Yeah.
They can afford to be down. So their tickets right now are basically infinite, if you know what I mean, right? The moment the Yankees hit breaking, the Rebels should win. If that makes sense.
Yep.
And the Rebels need to go past breaking all the way to final push, and then the Yankees still need to hold out. So it's unlikely. The reason my final push is so brutal, and one reason that is, I think, very overlooked because of how seldom it happens, if the Yankees are higher than breaking, right, so if they're taking losses, and then the Rebels cap a point in final push, they'll be instantly put into last stand. So a lot of people overlook that. And it happens so infrequently that you don't see it. But that's no one's reasons just to stay up on tickets. And now the Yankees are charging, I guess, might as well.
I mean, it's not bad because if you know you're going to hit breaking at some point, you might as well charge it up, try to take the ground so that you can hold it. Like, in a regimental match where you have more control over the players, terrible idea. At least just hide, I think, because you can probably hide behind the stone wall and not take any deaths.
100%, yeah. But it also doesn't help that you have a whole quarter of the team that is not hiding with the rest of the team. You know, they were out in the field, they were on the left. They seem to be dead set on not using the stone wall that God gave them. God and Campfire games. You do see here that the Rebels won the melee. Obviously, the Yankees had to charge over like a good 50-yard stretch.
Where are they going?
To go to point. They're advancing out line at the Yankees for no reason.
Yeah, some of them are starting to trickle back to point. Union from the spawn, though, are not going to point. They're sitting back and shooting.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah. God forbid you actually protect the point while you're in breaking. God forbid. God forbid.
Man, I really wish they made more maps with this whole battlefield. I mean, I've said it so many
I think
times
so.
the
I
past
think
couple
there's
days.
37 maps.
Yeah, I know, but it would still be cool to have. I think, I don't know. Balancing might be tricky, but at least getting more maps for it to have a temporary, I think, make people happy while we're waiting on other things that maybe will never come out.
I think maps are much harder to make than people give it credit for. Especially
Yeah.
maps of this quality. Like, this is an amazing battlefield.
Oh,
It
of
is
course.
extremely accurate, you know?
Are you saying like
And
Cooks or Antietam?
look at it. This set was in 1860. Anyways, Rebels won. I do think, as a quick thing here, this is one of those rounds where, like I would say in the other broadcast, neither side should take positive lessons from this map. Nobody should say, well, it worked for me in this round. Neither side necessarily played that well. But you can still learn from these. A lot of don't do this. Don't give the Yankees opportunities. Even though, like, for example, when Tater's group was holding back on the hill, even though the Yankees didn't exploit that, doesn't mean that they never could exploit that. So that needs to be remembered. You need to do. I don't want to say just do better. Learn from these in the way that don't repeat certain things. Even if you win a round, that doesn't necessarily mean that you played the best. That just means you played better than the enemy. So keep that in mind.
Correct. So thank you so for being on. I hope you all enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night. See ya.